times when it's gone even higher, and but I don't know. It's depressing what we're dealing with in this country right now. I would really love it if this message could get to CMC supporters. I don't normally share my videos in the groups because I don't know who, is okay with that and who isn't. But I would really love for CMC supporters to hear this. We care more about you than she does. When she says she loves you guys, she loves your money. She loves the fact that you're giving her money that she can go out to eat. We're all over here, normal people, regular, everyday, working class people, and people who are on fixed incomes. We're worried. We're worrying not only about ourselves but about our fellow man, our neighbors. How are they going to afford to feed their kids? How are they going to afford their rent? How are they going to afford to go grocery shopping and buy gas at the same time and pay their bills? This is what many people are facing in this country right now. And it's only getting worse. As time goes on, we're only seeing more and more prices hikes, less and less things in the store that you can buy. And it doesn't make sense, the things that are going up in price. Milk. Why can't we produce? I mean, we have dairy farms right here in the United States. So why is the price of milk $2 higher right now than it was this time 2 years ago? Yesterday I went into my local grocery store and a gallon of milk was $2.79 or $4. I'm sorry, $4.79 for 1 gallon of milk. Imagine if you have 2 or 3 kids or 4 or 5 kids in the home. Everybody wants cereal. You're going to have to quit giving your kids cereal. They don't need to be eating it anyway, in my personal opinion. But, I mean, they need milk. Kids need milk. They need calcium. We all do. It's like, I sit there and I go into the grocery store and I walk around and I look at the food prices and I say, okay, I'm gonna buy this because I can, like, for example, I can make spaghetti tonight and have leftovers tomorrow night, right? So we try to budget our money. We try to budget our food budget and make it stretch and make it make sense. But what doesn't make sense to myself is, and please just come and tell me. Just come onto the groups and tell us. There doesn't have to be an exchange of hate speech. There doesn't have to be an exchange of you haters, you vile demons. You're saying that because that's what she tells you about us. That's what she tells you to say about us. I'm a 54-year-old mom. I am a caregiver. I work as a caregiver to the elderly. I'm a Kentuckian. I've lived in Kentucky, Eastern Kentucky, all my life. I live in not the same town or the same community as CMC, but not that far away. I grew up with the same traditions and such. And I don't beg people for money to eat. I don't beg people to, send stars, guys. Because stars is just another word for money. Gifts on TikTok is just another word for money. When she used to do makeup and stuff with Mama, and she would say, send tips. Well, we all know that tip is money. When you go out to eat, you leave a tip for your waitress. Because they provided you with a service. CMC thinks if I go do makeup, then people should give me money for doing that. Even the ones who are already paying to be her supporter. So please just come and tell us. Have a civil conversation, a rational, not heated, not cussing, not name-calling conversation, and just explain it. Why do you feel? And I know you're going to say it's none of our business, and maybe that's true. But we just can't wrap our mind around it, especially now. A couple of years ago, maybe, but now, with gas as high as it is, milk as high as it is, meat as high as it is, if you can even find meat in the stores. Why do you have $6 in your pocket and you want to give 5 of it to her? Do you not think this time next month gas may be even higher? And all those costs are going to get passed on. Your landlords are going to pass their costs on to you by raising your rent. The power companies and the utility companies that have to have their employees in a truck all day driving around buying gas, they're going to pass that cost on to the customers by raising our electric bills, our water bills, our gas bills, whatever. Do you not think that your bills are going to go up just as high as everybody else's? Maybe you're on a fixed income, maybe you're on public housing, maybe everything is included in your rent. So you say, well, I don't have to worry about it because I pay a supplemental, amount each month. I pay the same, and that includes my electric and such. I can go on about some different things that I cut, but basically I cut out about $400 a month of expenses. And I'm still struggling. I'm still trying to figure out how to rob Peter to pay Paul. And I cannot imagine taking one penny out of my pocket right now and handing it over to somebody else just for the sake of being their friend, just for the sake of being recognized, just for the sake of being kept around as part of the little rock stars. I don't get it. I wish you all rock stars could explain it. Why don't you start your own rock stars group and, everybody go on there and tell everybody, tell your story about what it is that makes you give her your money. Do you have children and grandchildren? Do you live in a community where there may be poverty around you? Do you not see it when you go out? Are there no soup kitchens in your town? Are there no, thrift stores where they, what is it called? I can't think of it right now. Where they sell the clothes and help people. If you are once or twice a year, maybe even 4 times throughout the year, at Christmas, maybe you make a donation to some local charity to help out. You may put a few dollars in the bucket when you walk past the guy standing outside the store. Maybe you see the Girl Scouts selling their cookies, so you buy a box or 2 or 5 or 6. You know what I mean? But just to say, this woman's online. She's sitting there in front of her computer, her phone. She's talking about her dogs. She's talking about her mom. She's talking about this, that, or the other. And I think I'm just going to give her some money. She's asking me for money. She was begging people for money 2 months ago. Please, guys, come on, guys. Me and Ed deserve to go out. Me and my mom deserve to go out. Me and my mom are driving down the highway right now in our car, and we're about to run out of gas, guys. Come on, buy us some gas. Come on, guys. Buy us a pack of cigarettes and a carton of Mountain Dew or Mellow Yellow. Come on, guys. Give us money. But now it's more like, go little rock stars. Come on, we can achieve this star party. Go, 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 go. And now she's got people in the chat asking for money on her behalf, asking for stars on her behalf, asking for TikTok gifts on her behalf, and encouraging you. If you want to be a part of this, if you want to support her and you love her, you'll send your money. You'll pay Facebook, who is a multi-billion-dollar company. You'll pay them for these stars to send to her, and then she gets paid from them for however many stars she gets. So you may look at it like, I'm giving my money to this poor, needy woman who just, is barely getting by. Well, that's 99% of America right now. Well, I wouldn't say 99%, but I don't know how much the percent, but I'd say it's way up there. And as time goes on, we're going to probably see it get a whole lot worse. We have people coming into our country by the thousands every day. That's more resources being used. I'm going to get a little bit political here. And I'm not saying left, right, or D or R. I'm just saying you have people who advocate for saving the earth. They are pro battery-operated cars. They are pro windmill. They are pro solar panels. They are anti-coal. They are anti-oil. Let's save our national parks. Let's save our waterways. Let's save our animals. And yet, they're also advocating for opening the borders and allowing thousands and thousands and thousands of people to come in. That's more resources that we're going to be using. That's more water that's going to be used. And that's more litter. That's more oil that's going to be consumed, and gasoline. And even electricity. You want them to use a battery-operated car for the people who can actually afford that, So you're advocating for one cause, and you're also advocating for people to come in and cause that to get worse. So, pick a side already. But you're giving your money that you may need for food, guys. Electricity, to feed your dog, to take your dog to the vet when it's sick, take your child to the dentist, take care of your elderly mom or dad. Whatever it is that you need, you never know. You never know when something's going to pop up that you didn't have planned. Your hot water heater's going to break down. Your heat pump in your house is going to mess up, and you're going to have to call a repairman to come and fix it. You're going to have a flat tire. You're going to have to buy a new tire. Things come up that we can't foresee. So you take $2 or $4 or $6 or $8 or $10 or even $200, however much it is that you're giving to these people on the internet, and you take it and you put it in your pocket and you put it in your safe. You put it in your savings account. You put it in a mason jar and bury it out back in the backyard under the dog house or whatever. Because you never know when you're going to need it. And do you really think right now if you went, and I see people, we all see people do this. We all see people go onto her live and say, I'm struggling, guys. My grandma died and I don't have the money to bury her. I didn't have any health insurance. My mom and dad just died. We saw this lady. Moderators, kick those people out of my group. I don't want anybody else coming in here taking my money, taking the resources that are here for me. I don't want my people to go start following those people, and maybe they start a page and they start asking for donations. Then my people are going to be over there feeling sorry for them when they're supposed to be here feeling sorry for me. She said something yesterday when she got mad, and she said that people need to stop bringing her kids into it. Well, who brought her kids into it? Whoever knew that she had kids? You know, there's probably people right in her own town that didn't know that those boys were hers. But they're not really hers, are they? I mean, really, they're not. YouTube. It's the mom that gets up in the middle of the night when the child is throwing up, or they've peed the bed, or they've got a bellyache, or a toothache, or they had a bad dream. It's the mom who goes to the school and picks them up when they're sick or when they're at their ball game. It's the mom in the crowd cheering. It's the mom who the other moms call up and say, you know, we're going to do this fundraiser at school, or we're going to have the kids a party of some kind, and we want you to contribute and come and help out. They don't call auntie or cousin or whoever, so who's the mom? Maybe somebody didn't birth the children through their body, but that doesn't mean they're not their mother, that they're not their you know. Children know who they can depend on and who they can't. But she said, my boys know that this is my only source of income. Well, that's your own choice. That's your own choice. I know a lady that she dropped out of high school at a young age, and she doesn't have a high school diploma or a GED, but she works, and I've encouraged her for years to go get her GED, so that she could maybe try to get into some jobs that are a little more, you know, that would give her a little bit better benefits and stuff. But she works in fast food, and she works in grocery stores, and whatever she can find. And she raised her kids. She had her kids in her home, and she raised them herself on this low pay salary. And I doubt at any point in her life did she ever go onto Facebook and give her hard luck story to try to get people to give her money. And CMC's sitting outside in her parking lot, or in her driveway, or whatever you want to call it, in her new car. It may not be new. It may not be a 2022 model. It may be a 2012 model. I don't know. It might be a 99 model. I don't know. Did she show the car? Is the car she's supposed to be riding in something that she just bought? I don't know. But she's sitting outside in her driveway in this car, and she's begging you to send her money. Or, well, she's begging. She might not be doing it the way that she would have done it before, but she's still doing the same thing. The star is just another word for dollar. That's all it is. It's another term for pay me, give me. And when she's sitting there on Mother's Day talking about getting some money together to go eat. Did you see her look over at Ed? I guess it was Ed. Maybe Mama Con was there too, but I think it was Ed. And she shakes her head. Because he's like, have you got it yet? You know, you got enough for us to go out to eat? Candyman's on the phone. Got enough? He's waiting. He's waiting to hear from us. And she shakes her head no, and then she's like, come on, guys. And then someone says something to her, and she's like, somebody asked her if she's had Mother's Day dinner, and she's like, no, but I'm trying. What she's saying. That's basically what she's saying, you know. And they do it because she's like, star party achieved, oh my God, what? You people, you supporters, you followers of hers, do you see that as genuine when she acts that way? Do you really believe that she's so excited and happy? Do you really believe she loves you? do you need her to love you? That's the part of this I don't understand. Yes, there are lonely people in the world. Yes, there are people who don't have any outside, they don't get out and go. And I don't get out and go nowhere. When I do get out and go places, I go by myself. I don't have any girlfriends that I get out and go to lunch with. When I'm out and about, running my errands and doing what I do through the day, I'm by myself. Once in a blue moon, me and my mom and my sister will get together and go eat or something. I couldn't even, I can tell you, the last time I was in a Walmart was over a month and a half ago. I don't even go to Walmart. I don't go to any of these department stores or anything like that because I don't have any money to go into those places. So why go there? I go to the grocery store and I look for bargains. So sometimes I go to 2 or 3 different places when I do go. And it's more and more seldom these days. And a lot of people, and you yourself may also only go to the grocery store once a month. But man, I just can't see it. I can't see it, and I cannot see how the government allows it. I really can't. I mean, it's up to, but then again, it's everybody's, like they say, it's not your business what we do with our money. Well, if you're getting a SSI check, it kind of is in a way, because that's money that the government has said this person is going to get this money because they're disabled, they're unable to work. If you can work a computer and you can figure out how to send money and transfer money from your bank account to hers, then you should be able to figure out how to work a work from home job. You can work for, like, I had a friend who worked for one of the hotel chains. I can't remember. It was like Clarion or one of those hotel chains. She worked right from her living room, and people would call up and they would want to book a room, and she would go in and she would find out what city they were booking for, and she'd go on and look and see what they had available, and she'd type in her little information and get their information, and she'd give them the best rates, and then she'd book the room for them. She did it right from her house. So if you can send money from your account to CMC's account, then why should the government say you're disabled, you can't work? You figured out how to do that. You figured out how to give away your money that the government says you deserve because you're disabled. And maybe it's not even the government. Maybe you're not even getting SSI. Maybe you're getting Social Security that you worked for, and disabled Social Security that you worked and put in. Maybe you're getting a pension from your late spouse who passed away. But when your husband or wife worked and they were paying that in so that you would get those benefits, they didn't say, well, I'm going to make sure my wife is able to eat and that she has electricity and a roof over her head when I'm gone, and also so that she could send CMC her money so she could sit on her butt and put on a act. Please come and tell us what it is. Let us help you find something more fulfilling for your life. Let us direct you to, tell us what town you're in. Let us find resources to direct you to some place where there are human beings that you can interact with, who won't be begging you to give them money, but who will just say, come on in, for senior citizens or whatever. Tell us what it is that you're lacking in your life that CMC gives you. Because if you're going to say it's love and admiration, then it's fake. And you really need to look inward at what it is that's missing inside of you that you're seeking. Because if you're giving her money for her attention, then there's something that you really need to work on. And that's all I have to say about it. I know it's not going to change anything. I know it's not going to make any difference. And it's probably only going to encourage some of these people to send even more money. Because CMC cannot get your money without demonizing all of us. If she didn't talk about the haters and the hater pages, as she calls them, then what would she talk about to you? What does she give you that is that final thing that says, there it was, I'm going to send her my money? What? Is it when she picks her teeth or farts? Or is it when she screams at Ed? And is it when she pretends to get fake phone call or like calls from some, somebody harassing her? You all heard the other night her phone rang and it said Jackson IGA. It was somebody calling her from the local grocery store. They were probably calling because it could have been her mom or somebody at the store. Or maybe she had ordered some food and they were calling to let her know that it was ready to be picked up. And, I got to wait till the people send the money before I can go get it, Man, I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to say one more thing and then I'm going to hush. For those of you who are supporting CMC and you don't know it, go look up the word narcissistic personality disorder, the term rather. Go look up narcissist. Tell me if she doesn't fit 9 out of 10 of the descriptions. Probably 12 out of 10. She's the biggest manipulator, the biggest liar, the absolute. She fits narcissistic personality disorder. She's 100% the poster child. And I'm sorry that y'all just haven't seen it yet. The people who've been scammed by her, the people that she still owes money to that will never get that money back, the people that she's conned, the people that finally saw through her, they're trying to inform you all, and you're just turning a blind eye to it. And I don't understand why. Have a nice day. She should be on live any time now. So get your money ready.